Okay, hello. My clock tells me it's 3 o'clock, which must mean it's time to share some things with you. Thank you for coming and being here with me. My name's Emily Sanzaro, as you probably already know. I would just like to begin by acknowledging and paying my deep respect to the traditional owners of the land that we are on here. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and there's a lot to say, I guess, particularly today. But I just want to convey a deep gratitude for being here. And I'd also like to say a big thank you to Mona for having me, because this is where I'm living at the moment. This is my home, like actually my home. I see a few shaking heads. It's the truth. And I feel like I need to kind of debrief about it, if I'm honest, because I'm here living in the museum, I'm sleeping here, and I'm making work here. But I want to tell you more about it, and I want to share where it's at. But I think maybe I'll just do it in song. But before I begin, does anybody have a burning question that they'd like to ask me? Because I feel like maybe if there was a question or two, it might inspire me. Has anybody got a question to start me up? It is my bed. Yep. Oh, the shower is not close. I'll tell you about the shower. Any other questions? Yeah? Why? That's a great question. Okay. I shall also cover that in my song. Does anyone else sleep in the museum? Okay, I'll answer that in my song. Good, okay. So we've got the shower, we've got the is it my bed, we've got the why, we've got does anybody else sleep in the museum? Any other questions to cover? No. Feel free to call them out as we go. I'm literally making this up. I quite like not having a plan. I just like to wing it. So there you go. Thanks for coming with me on the journey. Oh, yeah? No. Of course I am. Yes, I am. Welcome to my room. I'm living temporarily at the museum, at Mona, the Museum of Old and New Art and Strange Harpists. That's me. So you might ask, why on earth is there a massive harp with an array of other things, but most notably, a four-poster bed? I never dreamed in my life that I would have a four-poster bed. But this is the room of dreams, and it has happened. So, I'm going to be here for 6 weeks in residence, making, creating, writing music, composing, making new stuff. And I've done it before. I've been here before, done residencies, where you, like a normal person, wake up in like a hotel or maybe at a friend's place. And you come in for the day and you compose. You compose away and make stuff to share. But I had this idea, because that all just seemed just a little too comfortable. And I thought it might be better if I made it hard and challenging. So I sent David an email and and I said, hey David, I've got this idea. So you know how I'm coming to do this residency and I can't wait and I'm so grateful and thanks so much. Well, I had this idea and that was that I could sleep in the museum. What do you think? Would it be okay with you? Can we organise it? Surely it's not that hard, it's just a bed. And maybe there's some logistical difficulties. And he said, yep, this is Mona level crazy, let's do it. But the thing I haven't told you, but you might have read it on the O, it is an important piece of information, and that is, I don't just sleep, I sleepwalk. I have a pretty kind of interesting behavioural sleep disorder, and it really messes with my life. It's like my dream life is more real than my real life. I have terror-filled, fear-filled, crazy, hyper-reality dreams, and I go walking, I go talking, I climb on the bedside table, I've taken my sock drawer for a walk, I've hurt myself, and I regularly wake up screaming, trying to save people I love from imminent disaster and death. So it seems very appropriate that I'm in the sex and death gallery, because that's where we are. What a great idea. Let's go sleep in the sex and death gallery. It's going to be awesome. So now I'd like to reflect on expectations versus reality. Because they're not the same. They're never the same, are they? So, this is day 2 for me. I arrived on Thursday night and I was nervous as all get out. I'm normally quite confident. I love to perform, I love to play. It's a dream to have a gig where I get to come and play every day. What more could I want? So I was feeling, conceptually very good about it, very enthused. I'm going to make all this body of work. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to sleep and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to love it. Everybody's going to be interested. I'm not really doing it for everybody because I'm doing it for me. It's not about anybody else, really. So, I arrive in the museum. Set up all my gear, and then the night comes. Ew. So I'm a 41-year-old woman, and you'd think by now I'm not afraid of the dark. But turns out I am. And this place in the night, some of the places have a bit of light, like out in the void, and some of the galleries. But when you come in late at night, you're all alone. All alone at night, walking through the gallery. What kind of feelings does that give you guys? What are your initial reactions to that concept? No. See, I had this kind of brave idea, yeah, that's going to be hard, but I'm going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Huh? To touch the paintings. The only way I'll be touching the paintings is in my sleep, which has got the curators and conservators very uncomfortable. In fact, they removed the Renoir from this room because they were worried. I can't blame them. So I come into the gallery. I really didn't know what to expect on the first night. I had no idea what it was going to feel like, what it was going to look like, what kind of energy there would be. And I've been speaking to so many people that say, oh my gosh, you are completely nuts. There's so much paranormal activity in here. And I thought, well, if I feel that, I'm just going to ask the forces to collaborate. So I was full of bravado, but I get into this space after my walk through the gallery and it is dark. It is dark. There's light at the end. I have a night light here, but this intervening space is really quite dark. It's quite long if you look behind you. So I've got a light at the end of the tunnel, but I've got to walk through the dark if I want to go to the loo, which inevitably I do. I'm sure you would too. And then there's this weird hair house around the corner. I don't know if you've seen it. It's made of human hair. And I have to walk past it in the night. I wrote a song about it yesterday. Creeped me out. On night one, I was beside myself about this blinking hair house. And I'm really glad I didn't know it was made of human hair then, because I really wouldn't have gone well. Anyway, I think the crux of the thing is, I thought I would handle this all pretty smoothly, but I am very, 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 very challenged by the whole thing. It's really uncomfortable and I'm feeling a deep sense of panic and concern. I've barely eaten in 2 days, let alone slept. I'm sure it'll get easier, but I just have to go on the journey. There's no other way. So we've got questions to answer, and that is this my bed? Yes, this is my bed. Where is the shower? The shower is, if you go out of this room, all the way through the void, go down to the lift, past the word waterfall, and then go up one level, and then go through the gallery all the way to the end, and then there's a door, and then there's a little back room, and then there's another door, and then there's a stairwell with the most incredible acoustics you can imagine. And so when I'm there, I can't help singing. And then I go through to the admin building where there's a shower. But the best thing about the shower is there's this incredible, living wall of plants. And if you follow me on Instagram, I actually made a little, story about it today, and you can see it. And it's amazing. It's not in a place that the public sees. I know the public thinks it's all for them, but it's really not. Sorry. So yeah, I have my shower in the admin building. It's not glamorous, but it gets me clean. Next question was the why. That's a really big question. I kind of got distracted along the way to answering this question. It's probably quite boring. Thanks for sticking with me. So the why is that I want to gain control over my fear-filled sleep. And on the way, I'd like to make some interesting compositions. That's basically it. But the other really uncomfortable bit about it, which was kind of conditional on doing it, is the museum were very keen for me to live stream the entire thing, including my sleep, and now and during the day while I'm making stuff. I mean, it's vulnerable just making stuff in front of people. But then the live stream, I've been surprised. I thought it would be okay, but I'm really, really, really uncomfortable about it. Sorry, live stream people, if you're listening. You make me really uncomfortable. I feel very scrutinised. And when I'm alone, but I'm not alone, it's really weird. So I've just got a lot of feelings and, yeah, quite a lot of stress, actually, about that. Were there any other questions that I've not answered yet? Or is that everything? I think it is. Thanks for listening to that first song, which just tells you a bit of the story. Does it answer the questions? Kind of? Not really? You don't have to clap, it's okay. Yeah, it's pretty weird though, hey? Yeah. I had this idea coming in that I wanted to have a lot of creative output, write songs every day and have stuff at the end that maybe I could record or use. But I feel like it's actually going to be a lot more about just surviving the thing. And that's the project, getting through it and coming out at the end. And I can't wait to actually see what things I learn and how it goes, where I end up at the end of it. I find that quite exciting. Anyway, let me share an actual song with you now. What actually is an actual song? What's the definition? Could be anything, couldn't it? So I play my harp. I like to sing. I use my loop station. I know loop stations are all, popular now. I only use it because it enables me to build up layers of sound, which I really enjoy doing. So I can make, percussive sounds on the harp, different soundscapes. So I'm going to play for you an original song that's off an album that I released a few years ago called Awaken. And if anybody's already heard this today, then too bad, you get to hear it again. Thanks. That was Awaken, which is a song that you can listen to if you like it, because I made an album. So proud of that. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. And I'm proud of actually, going through the process of recording and making stuff. This is all like kind of new. Well, not new. I've been playing harp for a while now, but I came to it fairly late in terms of like playing harp as a job. So, I had another career first before doing this, and it sort of happened by accident in a way. And so it was a really big deal for me, like learning how to record. I had no idea what I was doing and worked with an amazing team. In fact, I don't know if my recording and producing person is here. Jack, he might be here. He said he might come. But anyway, it's such a steep learning curve. When you do something new you haven't done before, and there's all this knowledge and you know that it's there and that you're going to learn it, but you have to just put the hard yards in, and you can't know until you know. I feel like I'm in a bit of a situation like that at the moment in terms of accessing this stuff around my sleep and even just feeling comfortable here. I know I'll get there, but I've kind of got to go on the journey. I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but I feel like it'll be worth it. There'll be learnings to be had, and I think I'll feel pretty proud at the end of it. So I'd like to share something, just a little experimentation that I did earlier. I'm going to kind of revisit a similar concept, just to kind of a little, bit of fun. Exploring making noise with slightly different techniques on the harp, which is something I find really fun. It's such a versatile instrument. There's so much that it can do, and it's really fun to kind of just muck around and discover those things. So I don't have a name for this yet. It's a nameless day 2 thing. So here we go. I discovered this thing that I'm about to do when I got the harp, but I didn't have a microphone yet because I'd spent all my money on the harp. And I wanted to find a way to make long sounds with the harp, because you pluck the string and the noise is immediately dying away. But I wanted a way to make long sounds, so that's how I discovered the thing that I'm about to do. Love a bit of, necessities, the, reason for invention. I'm sure it's not my invention. No doubt people have done it before, but it was a discovery for me at the time. Just take a sip of red wine. Just a little experimentation there. Don't know what that was. I feel like it's kind of how I feel in the middle of the night when I'm feeling kind of terrified and here on my own in the dark, feeling really creeped out by things and knowing that it's just in my head. But it's funny, isn't it, how we start to like tell us, I've written up here, tell yourself a story. It's not like a bedtime story. It's how we have stories about things and then they kind of become real. And then our mind takes us on a journey of fear or of happiness or content or whatever it might be. I'm in a pretty significant fear phase right now for various reasons. Okay, so I'm going to share maybe one more song with you. And it's a song, I was working on it earlier today. I wrote this song when I was in residence almost a year ago here in this space. It was a lot more comfortable then because, I was just here during the day. It seems easy in comparison. But yeah, I was writing still about my dreams because it's just a really big topic for me. And this song was kind of like a wish for some control over my dreams and like desperately wanting it to be good and better and not full of terror or badness and maybe having some control or taking it to a good place. And so this is sort of like a wish and a description of what it would be and how it might feel and where I might go. But it's also kind of desperate because it's not a reality for me yet. But I'm just going to get my book because it's got the words in it. It's funny, I've got this real barrier around words. I don't really write much down. If I have the words, I won't need them. But if I don't have them, I'll probably forget them. It's completely psychological. Does anybody have any questions or anything before I continue? Please feel free to ask, or afterwards if you want to ask me anything, come and have a chat. It's funny doing this whole thing. Most of the time I literally don't have any idea what I'm doing. I am just making it up. And it's uncomfortable. We're so conditioned for everything to be polished and great all the time, but I really like leaning into it not being like that. It's quite fun and liberating. Yeah. Okay, so this song, I've just told you what it's about. It's called I'm Gonna Fly. When I was young, I used to have dreams about flying. I haven't dreamt about that since I was about 5, I reckon. Anyway, here it is. not gonna fade. I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna feel lost. I'm gonna feel safe. I'm gonna be loved. I'm gonna feel peace. I'm gonna love. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna climb and soar to the mountain. I'm gonna explore. I'm gonna feel the heart of the forest. I'm gonna float. I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna dive. I'm gonna fly. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me this afternoon. I'm in a pretty abstracted sort of headspace, so yeah, I hope that, just thanks. There's going to be some amazing stuff happening at 4 o'clock up in the Nolan. So if you've got time and you don't have to immediately get on the ferry, I can recommend going and checking that out. Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you guys. Bye. And yeah, if you've got any questions, come and have a chat. Happy to have a chat. And yeah, feel free to send me a message. You'll find me in the places where you find people if you just search my name. But yeah, I'm kind of lonely in here. So especially at night when I'm by myself. So yeah, if you've got questions or thoughts or ideas or anything like that, then please do share them. You know, I'm here making new stuff each day, but I think I'm going to pretty quickly run out of ideas. And I'm inspired by the thought of what I'll make when I run out of ideas. But yeah, if you've got questions or anything, please let me know. I'd love to discuss. So thanks. See you later. All of their works sort of turn off maybe about 5:30, and then they bring down the lights a bit later. I've been out in the evenings, just going out to get some air and some space, and when I come back, it's sort of night lighting. But the main galleries have got a little bit of light in them still. They're not completely dark. But yeah, it's
any guests allowed? Friends?
No, I don't think so. No, I'll be interested to see if I can get anyone in. I mean, I'd go past security, so they'll know, and they can see me all the time. So I can't fool them. I wouldn't want to anyway. It's so reassuring to know that they're there.
Yes.
It really is. Yeah, I have a two-way radio and I can talk with them.
That's a long.
It's in the dark. It's a long way.
Are you jamming at night?
Am I what?
Playing.
Oh yeah. Look, if I feel like it, yeah, I reckon I will at some stage.
That was to show them for the ghosts at least, right?
Well, what I'd really like to do, I'd really like to wake up at 3 o'clock and do a performance.
Especially with the saints and stuff.
Yeah, and just see who's awake, who's around. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people don't really watch live streams that much now, and I don't care whether anyone watches. It's just for my documentation, really. doesn't belong to me, it belongs to the museum. But yeah, they set it all up for me, and yeah, we worked together to figure out how we wanted it to look and stuff. It's not pitch black, no, it's not. So I've got a night light, so you can see the tiny little light beside my bedside lamp, that's on. And I did ask for them to leave the chandelier on, because it's quite gentle light, and yeah, I'm just not good in the dark. I needed some light, so yeah. Yeah, so I feel better now that's on. And the first night I had my curtains open, and it felt really bad, actually. Just the feeling of space out here just felt really horrible. And when I rolled over, it was just like, oh my gosh, it was so uncomfortable. Yeah, I asked them to leave the light on in the void, just so that I had like a beacon of light, I guess. Yeah, because I've got to go up there to go to the bathroom. So, yeah, they wanted to have that light off and have the door shut. It's a big door that goes across there. But the concept of that just freaked me right out. Yeah. But there, I did mention before, the hair house, which is just around the corner there, it had a light on, so everything else is dark, but it had that single light on, and I was very disturbed by that the first night. Yeah, but I feel better about it now. I found out more about what it's about, and I feel okay about it. But then I noticed the mummy in there as well. But all friends, yeah, we can be buddies. Thank you. Hey, so long as I'm in the, yeah,
No,
quite.
they're in the same spot
Yes.
on other stuff.
That's very true.
I'm not into this, but I have a loop.
Yeah.
And what is this loop, please?
This is called a head rush looper board. So, look, there's a few different loopers available. This one, I had a Boss RC300, which is kind of the original big loop station. It's been around quite a few years, like Ed Sheeran used one or whatever. Like, it was sort of groundbreaking technology.
Got a Boss board that I can't get into.
Yeah, but yeah, I got rid of my Boss because it had like an intermittent fault where it would just completely stop, and I would have no signal, and it was disastrous for live performance. So I got this because I need a floor-based unit, but I've actually just bought a new Boss RC600, but I haven't learned to use it yet.
Is that not on the floor one?
It is on the floor. I need it to be on the floor. So with some of the really good loop stations are desk-based, and you need to use your hands, but that just doesn't work for me at all. It needs to be my feet. Yeah.
Been messing around with good show.
Right. Oh, very nice.
And just the full thing doesn't do it.
Yeah, well, you've got to work out what you want it to do and then figure out which thing.
So what was that cost?
How much did it cost? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was about 1,300, which is quite a lot for a loop station. The Boss units are more like 8. Yeah. I think these were a short run. They made them and then they stopped making them. So, and it's good, but it's got some problems, like all technology. There's stuff that it does really well, and then there's issues as well. So it's worth learning one and trialing it.
No, listen, hard.
And watch YouTube videos and work out if it's what you want. Yeah.
Working with Cubase to try and
Yeah, great.
learn stuff, get clarity, we can fantastic.
Yeah, the sound quality is great on this. I'm happy with it. It's better than the old loop station, but I'm hopeful the new one will be good too. I mean, like everything there. But yeah.
I think you've got such a wonderful voice.
Oh, thank you.
You're able to especially sing this harmonies just
Yeah, I enjoy the vocals. It's kind of, yeah, something I've added in just in the last year or two, but I really enjoy it. Yeah.
so what did you do before you played?
Just played harp. Oh, before I played harp, I'm an occupational therapist.
Right.
Yes, I'm still doing a bit of that. Did you have a question?
No.
Oh, yes,
It's
okay.
just got a
Cool.
this father was
All good.
I'll tell you about him.
Oh,
This is something really interesting.
it's a big sigh.
No, it's not that interesting. He very recently built me a new kindergarten.
Oh, right.
3D print.
Oh, wow.
Cut the end of it and use it.
Right.
And using 3D printing technology to use image is actually managed to rebuild
Okay.
in, I think, just
That's amazing.
last week. What's amazing, if you try to get on with it, it actually works.
That's fabulous. It's functional. That's really good.
So
Cool.
that's really
Good.
inspiring.
Amazing. That's fabulous. Yeah.
He's looking after
Good job.
So I don't have to do it.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Well, good luck with your looping. like anything. It's like an instrument. You have to like really learn the nuance of it.
That's
Takes a lot of time.
the cue notes you go away for though, isn't it? Like, you know, hang on to this.
Yeah. That's right.
All this
It's a
work.
whole process.
And I've
It
got to
is.
do that on my own here. The instrument players have got issues.
Mm.
Technologies.
Hello. How you going? Pleasure. Lovely to talk to you. Thanks for the chat. Good luck with the finger.
Incredible work.
Thank you.
Like the whole experience is just amazing. Luke work incredible.
Thank you. Oh,
And your singing voice amazing. Very well balanced trained.
well, I'm not actually.
You're not?
No,
Stop.
I'm not vocally
Is this like
trained.
an ADHD thing? Or
I don't know. I'm very. No, it's fine. No, it's all good. Like I'm not. I haven't really had a lot of training on harp or voice, but I like that though because I've just kind of I don't know the rules, so it's really free. I can just do whatever I like.
It's just like pure composing.
Yeah.
Like you bring in like a hilarity to it where it's like just it's like real. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's good. I love that. That's how it feels for me. Like
Yeah.
I like it to be real.
It's very
Yep.
authentic. It's
I love
very
that.
like
That makes
translating
me happy.
exactly what's going to be right.
Yeah.
Which like expresses the well because that's scary.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the barrier. And
Yep.
like
So vulnerable. Yeah.
so happy you have this too.
Thank you. Me too. I'm loving the
It's
wall.
like-
It's going to be really full.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm first of all incredible writing out.
Oh, thanks.
Like,
Yeah, they got me
also-
beautiful Posca pens, so they're a delight to write with. They're so nice.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Also, they do
Yeah.
such. I don't know. Like I've had this similar thing at times where I'm like, I'm trying to understand the blockers.
Yep.
The stuff that's stopping me because I'm like,
Yep.
oh, I really want to do this amazing thing. And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, cool. Why? But why haven't I?
Yep.
Like, why haven't why am I not running? Why am I like walking?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
thinking of like, what is it?
It's so good to unpick that. Think about it.
Right.
Look at it.
Go through it and go, okay, what can I
That's
do?
what I mean by do the work. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
It's so refreshing.
It's just exactly it. And there's just no shortcuts. You can't just be there.
No.
You have to go through the process. And
Yeah.
I think like the thing I've found is you just, there's revelations to be had, but you can't be there until you have them, right?
No,
You
you
just have
have
to
to just
have
walk
the journey.
it
Yep.
and then feel. I think it's also been with you, like going to the good times, but also the bad times.
Exactly. Well, that's where the learning is. Yeah, when you challenge yourself. That's why I'm here. Hello, Jack.
Hey, Emily,
Oh,
how you
it's
going?
so good to see you.
Sorry I missed your performance at Greg. How was it?
Hey,
Yeah.
nice to meet
Sick
you.
bedroom.
Follow me and send me a message. I'd love to chat more about what you're talking about. Great to meet you.
Oh, the new pad? Sick. Yeah. Yeah. How's it been?
I'm
Pretty fresh to it, I guess.
it's like early days. It's actually been really challenging.
Yeah.
Challenged me a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, you
Come
know.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at the art. Come.
I'm here with them. Here with them.
One off the album. Alright. Actually, no, I'll play for you. I'll play a new song. Do a new song. Can I do that? Yep. I have to do this quickly, just before Colin starts. So this is a song. It's actually, I'm going to call it a lullaby. So it was written for the child of a dear friend of mine. But it's also kind of selfishly for me because of all my issues with sleep. And it's like an intention of going peacefully into sleep. And it's called Go Now. Thank you for listening. All right. Have a great afternoon. Particular thanks to you guys. It's been so nice to have you here this afternoon. It's been really nice. Amazing. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, stay in touch, hey? Yep, that'd be nice.